Hi everyone, I'm Ivan Navi, and I'm here with some advice today. Like I said in my last video, we're getting close to con season. I'm going to Anime Expo soon, and I thought it'd be a good chance to give you guys some advice for any first-time con goers. This advice is pretty general, this is for any convention really, but you know. On my first convention, I would have liked to know some of these things because they got a little rough, and honestly, some of this advice couldn't help. So let's get to it. Alright, advice one, shower. Alright, so yeah, you think it would go without saying, but a lot of people forget to shower. Look, I'm trying to put this concisely, but yeah, shower. Use deodorant. These conventions have like thousands and thousands of people, and usually these happen in summer in convention centers. It can get ripe. So a lot of people are going to tell you this. Remember to shower, put on deodorant, pay attention to your hygiene. It just works better for everybody if everybody showers and tries to clean up. You know, shower, shave, yeah. I shouldn't have to say it, but you know, hygiene people. Clean yourselves. Number two, my advice for number two, bags. Okay, look. If you're going on a trip, you're going on a convention, I don't know if you're just going for the day or you're going for the weekend or whatever. Alright, it's sad to say it, but because of worries about crime, terrorism, and everything, convention centers and groups, meeting of large groups, they have to take up extra security. So it's not uncommon that you'll go to a convention center and they're going to do a bag check once you enter. It's just how it has to be. People will. There's always a few nuts who try to do something, so you gotta take precautions. There are obviously going to be lines if you're trying to walk in, and they have to slow down to check your bags. So if you can, try not to bring any bags. Just leave them in your car, in your hotel, or whatever. But that's not to say you can't bring bags. A lot of these people know what they're doing and can do it quickly. So help them out. If you're gonna bring a bag because you can't leave it behind, or you're traveling through public transportation, or you're just here for the day, and you have to take your bags, that's it. Just be mindful. I personally like to take a satchel, and this is what I do. Just when I'm getting close to the line, open everything up so they can look right in there, see if you have anything they shouldn't bring, and that's it. When you get to near the front of the line, get ready to have your bag open, make sure they can see everything so you can make it as quickly as possible. Also, take advantage of bag checks. A lot of these conventions do bag checks, so give them $5 and they'll check in your bag for a couple hours. Check them out, see if that's something that interests you. Usually these are trustworthy people. They put them away from everything. They label everything so you can't get it mixed up or anything. But if you're going to do a bag check, just, make sure you keep an eye on the time. Some will charge you extra if you go past your time limit, and in case you don't want to spend more. But I know Anime Expo last year did a special where if you had a 4-day pass, you could pay for a little less for more time. It was a deal they had. But again, check with your conventions when taking in a bag. Advice 3, stay hydrated. Again, summer. It's going to be hot. There's a lot of people. It can get boiling. So please stay hydrated. The last thing you want to happen is for you to collapse overheating or just dehydration. It's not fun. I've had it happen to me. Not in conventions, just in general. So bag, good. If you're gonna take a bag, maybe bring a bottled water so you can drink when you get thirsty, or any sports drink. Obviously, they do tend to sell drinks in convention centers. There's usually a free water fountain around. If you don't like using public fountains, again, bring your own water. It gets hot, and you really do want something to drink from time to time. Here's a bit of friendly advice if you're taking a sports drink or something. Take a good sip about every 30 minutes. This will keep your energy up. If you're doing something like a 5-hour energy boost shot, try to save that towards the end of your day, like a couple hours before you go. It's in my personal experience, I tend to crash a little once that runs out. So, it's better when you're on your way home instead of walking around. But the important thing is stay hydrated. It's been very hot this summer, and I'm right here in my home. So yeah, you do not want to get heat exhaustion at a convention. It's not fun. They do have people there to help you if you get sick or hurt or get a heat exhaustion. But it's just better for everybody if you do the smart thing and bring something to drink. Advice number 4: bring cash. Okay, we're in a very digital world. Honestly, the paper money is becoming less and less used. People are using cards and PayPal and Square and everything. Yes, it's very common for you to find a place in the convention center where you can buy something and just pay with your card. No one's denying that. The problem is sometimes tech fails, or some people don't do that. If you want to make sure to get something, bring money. You have your cash on hand, you can pay the person right there and get whatever item you want and take it home. Of course, usually convention centers do have an ATM machine on the convention floor, but there's usually a service fee, $2.50 or whatever, and that means you're losing money. If you really want to make the most of your money, I'd say just bring it to the convention. Just be ready to have it whenever you need it. It's a lot easier, honestly, because yeah, if you want something, everybody on the floor is going to take cash. Most of them are going to take cards and everything, but it's just better. You don't want to find that thing you've been looking for and find out that they don't take card. So bring the money. Tip number 5. I said it in my cosplay video and I'll say it again. Cosplay is not consent. You don't have the right to make people feel uncomfortable, not touching them if they don't want to be touched. And if you're going to take a picture, ask them to take a picture. That's it. It's just simple manners, people. Just ask them, hey, I like your costume. Do you mind if I take a picture? Most people are going to say yes, no problem. That's it. Honestly, physical contact is just in general, don't hug or kiss or anything like that without consent. Really, the most I'll do is like tap them on the shoulder to get their attention so I can take the picture. That's just me. Yeah, it's pretty common manners, and again, it is very upsetting that you go to these conventions and people have to be reminded about the simple rule. It shouldn't need to be repeated, but yeah, that's it. This is just for everybody's sake. So, cosplay is not consent. Remember that, people. This kind of ties back to the first one I said, but it's sort of different, so I'm just going to repeat everything. Wash your hands, people. It's not about money. There's just or anything touching anything dirty. It's just when you're in a convention center filled with thousands of people, it's obviously going to be germy at points. So it's a good idea after before you eat, after you use the bathroom, everything, when you get a chance, wash your hands thoroughly. The last thing you want to do is come back from a convention and be sick. A friend of mine came back from a convention and got a horrible cold, flu, something like that, and it just ruined the trip a little for him at the end. So yeah, if you want, you can take one of those little hand sanitizers. That's always good advice for trips. So if you feel like your hands are dirty, you can just squirt a little hand sanitizer on your hands and clean them. Great to have if you're gonna eat, because there might be a line to the bathroom. You can't wash your hands as quickly as you like. Yeah, that's my advice. Bring hand sanitizers and wash your hands thoroughly whenever possible. 7. Okay, here's a tip that I did come up with on my first trip, and I'm glad I heard it. Somebody told me. Bring a snack. Okay, it seems like kind of obvious, but yeah. Alright, look, honestly, they do sell food at conventions. They do sell food in there. Sometimes they have food trucks nearby. And it can be a little expensive. And I don't know how much money you're bringing, but I want to save up my money for stuff. So a snack helps, minimize how many big meals you're going to have. Snack bars are good. You can just put them in your pocket, in wherever you want. And yeah, If you, yeah, I like carrying a little snack bar in my pocket. So on this convention, if I get a little hungry, I can just take it out, nibble, 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 nom nom nom, and I have something to hold me off until a little later in the day when I can thoroughly get me a good meal that'll last me through the rest of the day. Yeah, snacks. Yeah, snack bars are good. Sometimes chips are a little high in calories. I don't know who's watching their weight or whatever. Chips are good. Little sugary snacks. Honestly, it's up to you. Depending on what you take, how filling it is, you know your body. Just remember to maybe get a snack. If you want, and you're taking a bag, you can just bring in a small sandwich or something. Avoid lines and things. Just find a good spot to eat and have your lunch there. It saves you a little money. It's not as fun as going to a food truck or anything, but it's up to you. It's your choices. Okay, look, we live in an internet age. You can find out about all these conventions online pretty easily. One thing to do is go on their website and look up their schedules. Most of these conventions are going to have sites with their whole schedule listed. It is better to know what's going to happen so you can plan ahead. Some of these panels, events are going to get filled up, and it's better for you to know which ones are going to happen when and where. This way you can plan. Oh, I'd rather see this than that. I should get ahead of get to this place early because it's probably going to be packed full. It's these kind of things that really do help on a trip. You want to really get into this thing here, this panel? Get there a little early. It's going to be popular. Or this one is happening at this time, you gotta make a choice. So which one are you going to? These things, know these things, honestly. Because then if you end up running around just trying to find things, it's gonna get a little hectic. But also be open. Again, sometimes I have like 3 backup plans and everything. They all get filled up. So you gotta stay open. And just be ready for the ones you really, really want to get to. But yeah, and if possible, some of these conventions have it so you can download the schedule on your phone. If that's possible, keep to date with that. 'Cause sometimes they have to shift things around. Get alerts because if they have to reschedule a panel or something, this way you'll know and be better prepared for it. So keep on your phones and websites and make sure you get to the up to date information. Just be ready. 9. Okay. Compare prices. It seems a little silly, but it's a big convention halls most of these time. There's a lot of booths and tables and everything. Odds are, if you want something, somebody else might be selling that exact same thing. This is not accounting for artist things or things that people make themselves, but toys and some certain items are often sold in multiple places. If you have the time, if you have the willpower, if you have the motivation, if you have the know-how, go ahead and walk around the floor a couple times. See what's selling where, because you might be able to find what you want somewhere else for a bit cheaper. And again, save the money. You can buy more things. Here's my tip number 10. Know what to bring. Alright, I already talked about bags earlier. If you have to bring it, if you have to bring it, bring it. There's also another reason to bring bags. It's because you have to carry things. Some of those things are like, if it's not something you can stuff in your pocket, because honestly, if you can just carry everything you need, that's all the better in your pockets. If you can carry everything you need in your pockets, better, bring it in. But if you need to carry a bag to keep all your stuff, then do so. But make sure you know what to bring. Okay, in my bag I usually bring in my water. Maybe a manga or something to read because you get stuck in lines. Maybe a video game, my Game Boy. These are mostly stuff so you can carry on your pockets. But sometimes you have to carry a few extra things. Like, if you're going cosplaying during a convention, you might want to bring some things to repair your cosplay if it gets ripped or you need to make a few touch-ups. If you need to bring those, bring them along with you because you might need them. Some people carry their money, their wallet in their bags because they don't want it falling out of their pockets. If again, like I said before, if you you might want to bring snacks. That's a good excuse to bring a bag. Bring your snacks, put it in there. Sometimes people carry spare chains of shoes. I've noticed that every once in a while. but mostly as cosplayers so they can have their cosplay shoes on for their most of the day and just switch out when they're done. Or maybe a jacket or something if it's a colder temperature. If it gets colder, you can just put on your jacket. Now, here's some advice I'm going to give about what to bring. Besides all the other stuff, I would bring Advil or Tylenol. It might be a little strange, but hear me out. You're going to be walking a lot through the day, and it's hot, and sometimes you get a headache. It's a good idea to have a mild pain reliever. I'm not advising drugs or even over-the-counter pills, really. I don't like taking pills because they make me a little weird. But, if you're going to have a headache, it's good to have Tylenol. Yeah, that's it. Last year I took some because my head was hurting because the heat was getting to me. So this year I'm taking some portable Tylenol to go with me. Also, maybe Tums. Sometimes the food you get at a food truck doesn't agree with you. You might want to bring one of those. They make those now for carry-alls too. So yeah, think about what you will need and bring it with you. 11. My last tip is to pace yourselves. It might be very exciting, but you don't want to overdo it, especially in heats. Just take your time, relax, and have fun. You don't want to overexert yourself too much. You're going to be standing a lot, and you can get tired pretty easily at these conventions. So just pace yourself, relax, and rest whenever you can. I know for me, my feet get very sore at these things, so if you get a chance to sit down, do so. If you find a nice spot to sit down, do so. Just rest up so you don't tire yourself out. And I think that's about it. I'm trying to do something here. I'm using my phone for the video this time because I'm trying to get used to my phone's video capabilities because I might need to take it for the convention. I'm also editing this thing for the first time, so let's see how that goes. And I hope it turns out well. Leave me comments below what you think. Again, follow me on Storyteller Navi on Twitter, and I'll put the links below for other things. I'll be at Anime Expo this coming week, so yeah, if you see me there, say hi. That would be great. Anyway, what else more to say? Alright, so con season's on this way, and I hope you all have fun to any conventions you're going to. And I've been Ivan Navi. Thanks for watching.